jump from the previous year. And Italy ranks third, but supplied less than 1% of Israel's military imports, mostly helicopters and naval artillery. Well, for more on this, we're joined now by Leon Castellanos-Yankovic, who is a senior researcher at the Gaza Institute for International and European Law in The Hague. He specialises in international law on the arms trade and joins us now from Amsterdam. Thanks so much for being with us. First of all, considering Israel is already an occupying force in Gaza, can you explain, does this plan to seize Gaza City, does it violate international law? And if so, how does it?
Thank you. It's good to be here, Tom. I think it's important to put the issue in perspective, first of all, with respect to the arms transfers that have been announced today to be suspended by the German government. Of course, the plans that have been announced today when it comes to the Security Cabinet of Israel will have consequences in international humanitarian law and human rights, but we're also seeing reactions across the board from European countries, and in particular today with Germany, Chancellor Merz announcing that all arms exports that could be used in Gaza will be suspended. And now this is not a blanket suspension. The language is important because other weapons which the German government deems not to be used in Gaza could still be exported to.
Yeah, can you just explain why you think that Germany's made this move now, 22 months into the war? What exactly is it worried about?
Well, Tom, Germany has international legal obligations pertaining to the arms trade, and so it has signed the Arms Trade Treaty, which came into force in 2014, together with all of EU member states, and it is also bound by the EU Common Arms Export Policy called the Arms Exports Position, the Common Position on Arms Exports. And according to these instruments, if there is a overriding risk or a clear risk that humanitarian law and human rights law will be violated with those weapons, then the export should be stopped and should not be conducted. So I'm sure that the German authorities, in this case, the Ministry of Economic Affairs and the Foreign Office and Ministry of Defense, who are in charge of making these risk assessments, have been checking their export licenses against the criteria of international law, including the Arms Trade Treaty and the EU composition, to verify whether the risk of humanitarian law violations and human rights violations is present. And obviously, as the situation unfolds now, that is probably right on their desk.
Obviously, as we mentioned before, it's not just Germany, but Italy and of course, the United States, a big supplier of arms to Israel. What do you think that they will be doing? Do you think they'll be running those same assessments at this point in time?
So the United States has not ratified the Arms Trade Treaty, so it's not bound by these obligations. And of course, as you said in the beginning of the segment, it is a major, the number one arms exporter into Israel. Germany is a little bit different, although it's the second
Good seeing everybody. River Rat.
Arms from Germany.
Josh, good seeing you.
Great quantities. Germany only exports 11% of its weapons to Israel, and it's Israel being then the third country receiving German exports, and the first one being Ukraine, and the second one being Egypt. So just putting this in perspective and seeing how important Germany is, but relative to its absolute exports, Israel is perhaps a medium-sized export country.
And you touched on this a little bit before, but if we can go into it further, what do you make of the phrasing of the German Chancellor's statement that was put out earlier, saying it would affect efforts to end the war?
I think that Europeans are concerned by what is happening in Israel right now. We saw a week ago Slovenia saying, the government saying that it was going to stop and ban all arms exports to Israel. Of course, this is more of a symbolic move because Slovenia practically has a net zero exports of weapons to Israel. However, we see that politicians here in Europe are frustrated with the European Union and the European Commission in their sort of stances towards the Israeli government. So we might see.
This is live. You can watch it. That's why I posted it. Good seeing everybody. I posted this. This is on Al Jazeera's live. Israel to occupy Gaza, displacing tens of thousands. This is happening right now. This was sent to me by Shira. Thank you, Shira. People over there, Shira just got the message from Michael, and this is what she sent me. She sent me this a few minutes ago. She said, from my friend in the Middle East, Israel is entering Gaza right now. So that was what she sent me from my friend. This was from Shira. From my friend in the Middle East, Israel is entering Gaza right now. So that's what Shira said. Want to find out more about it? It's on Al Jazeera's right here. I will post on my community page, and you can watch the replay. It's live right now, but you can watch the replay. They talked about Trump giving in the green light. I will post it right after I go off live. I gotta change my page, but it is right here, as you can see. They've been talking about it for the last hour. Israel to occupy Gaza City, displacing tens of thousands amid famine. This is the video. The
requirements that must be adopted and respected.
For more, we're joined now by Zain Hodder, who is in Beirut for us. And how difficult is it going to be for the Lebanese government to do that, to disarm Hezbollah by the end of this year?
Well, it's going to be difficult and challenging. Even the president, Joseph Aoun himself, said that. There is a new leadership in this country. They took office earlier this year. They committed to reclaiming sovereignty, which means to monopolize weapons in the hands of the state and to disarm all non-state armed actors, including...
So this is live right now. But the main point is Shira was saying they're going in right now. She has a friend over there in the Middle East, and it says Israel's entering Gaza right now. So this is breaking. I will post this on my community page. You can watch it for yourself. And that's, we'll see what happens. I was going to try to go back, but being the fact it's live now, it won't go back, but it was showing everything. They were talking about the president also. Trump gave the green light. And also they talked about what Trump talked about when Netanyahu was there about rebuilding it, as I've been talking about. So I'll post this on my community page. Good seeing everybody. God bless.